This is it. I appreciate all the fans I had. Hate me or love me. You watched. That's all you could do.
Fuck work, fuck family, fuck girlfriends, fuck everything. Gym, food, sleep. That's it.
And we're sitting here again. We're sitting here talking about the same things. About not finishing when you have an opponent in a position to put them away. But what we're doing on the sideline is feeling like the game's over. And I'm so angry about it.
We'll defeat you and your goddamn robots. You understand that? Damn you to hell, you Satanist. I swear to God you're gonna get it. See, I shouldn't be on air. I'm gonna stop right now.
He wants to influence you by telling you what you want to hear, and then as we go forward with the chemtrail 6G augmenting your brain and hooking you up to the internet, as they destroy all our cities, right? You do realize that the city of Manhattan is destroyed. The Upper West Side is destroyed. They got 53 blocks of boarded up retail buildings in the most expensive part of Manhattan. They've done that with downtown Los Angeles has at least 25 blocks boarded up. San Francisco, California has 23 blocks of Market Street, 100% vacant and boarded up. This is true in Modesto, in Stockton, in Seattle, Washington, in Portland, Oregon, in Chicago, Illinois. You have lost the downtown city centers in all of these major places. But I know people don't want to hear that and they don't want to believe that. They want to look for a Superman's going to rescue you. No, that's not going to happen. The only person that's going to rescue you, is us. It's this minority of people. The vast majority of people are going to go along. They're slaves. They're dumber than a box of hammers. They're not going to rescue you. They're going to go into techno enslavement. That's what they want.
And they only are able to control us by us ourselves, keeping ourselves in that box, in self-regulating to where we're afraid to speak up or afraid to talk to neighbors, and so we just go and watch the television. But again, that is starting to break up. That is starting to shift, and it's so beautiful to see.
Does that mean I'm anti-Catholic? Does that mean I'm anti-Jesuit? I just call crimes out where I find them. I'm an auditor. Am I supposed to apologize for the criminals? Am I supposed to conceal them like our media does? Our media doesn't tell you that Janet Yellen, who is the Secretary of Treasury, she's Jewish. And she was the former chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank, and she's Jewish. And she replaced Ben Bernanke, and he's Jewish. And he replaced Alan Greenspan, and he's Jewish. Now there's Jerome Powell, and I believe he's Catholic. But you had 3 Jewish federal chairmen before you have the Jerome Powell. But none of them have any authority. They report to Switzerland, to Basel, the Bank for International Settlements.
We want to spend all of our money on foreigns. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land. America is for sale, and there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida, but the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody bitch and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that could get you locked up and then saying you about prison reform. Like, it's, bro, we brainwashed out here, bro. Come on, man, this is a free man talking.
Look how easy it is to be racist. Let's continue.
This is our fight against Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, any rich person on this planet that has hoarded wealth beyond what any human should have. This is our fight against them. This is going postal.
This is the info war.
We're basically, in 5 years' time, if I haven't been on InfoWars, I'm going to consider my life disappointment, and I don't know what's going on, because in 5 years' time, we're going to have been on InfoWars just like Billy and Spud made it on. That's us. I'm telling you, in 5 years' time.
It's not like they got interviewed by Alex Jones or anything.
Whenever I saw that picture, I was like so much more pumped than what actually happened, because as soon as I saw them with the InfoWars in the background, I thought they were on Alex Jones for sure, and could actually have a conversation with the big man himself. That would have been so sick.
Nope. No, sadly, they're just talking to some twink. It's okay. Whatever. I'm not angry about it all, but sure.
He said in the episode he wants to basically make a show to sound not crazy to all the normies. He wants to be able to make a conspiracy show to not sound crazy to the normies, is what the twink guy said in that episode, and I just thought that was kind of gay. I'm willing to sound full schizo to prove my point.
I am as well, and I think we all should be. If you don't sound like a total fucking schizo, then I don't really believe what you're saying.
If you haven't, literally, if you've gotten over 8 hours of sleep in the past day, if you got 8 hours of sleep last night and you look at me just fully rested, I'm not going to believe anything you're saying. I need you to have bags under your eyes. I need you to be deep into the research. I need it to have fully taken over your life for me to believe anything you say.
I mean, we just want a standard of work, and it's not what this guy's putting out. I'm going to leave it at that.
Alex Jones, look at him during the pod. His voice is so froggy because he's been yelling for the past 20 years. He's been smoking cigarettes nonstop, and he just can't stop drinking alcohol no matter what. He has a family. He has a lot of people depending on him, and he can't stop drinking because it's taken over his life, just like it should you.
Some say that whenever we get put into stressful situations like unneeded lawsuits, it could maybe start us to binge drink. And I mean, you see this with Alex. It's a sad thing, but he's done his fight. InfoWars is basically gone at this point, and we'll just take a moment of silence here on the actual InfoWars going postal. Thank you, Alex.
True savior for the truth. He's the only one I see out there really fighting for the truth. Other than Billy and Spud, there's hardly any conspiracy podcast I see, and that's probably just because that YouTube and every platform tries to stop me from seeing them. But BitChute doesn't really have podcasts. They just kind of have like documentaries or one-off videos.
It's either documentaries or total retards documentaries. No difference.
The guy that I'm going to put in the intro to this that video clip I sent you, that guy is fucking cooked, and he's speaking on a frequency that I love. He's just so cooked and so old, and he just like doesn't care what anyone thinks about him at all. He gets really into numerology, which I hate, because he gets so into like they're trying to send symbols with the dates. If you add up 911, and then it just like he's any conspiracy, he's always adding numbers together, and I just like, if you're always looking into the numbers, then you're gonna see shit like where it doesn't need to be. I understand some of it. He might be right on some of those things, but he's like cooked on the numbers.
No, I mean, a lot of people have this problem. It's easier to poke holes than it is to fucking build them back up. And I mean, we're saying that as a conspiracy podcast, pretty ironic. But I mean, if you're looking at 9/11 or the JFK assassination, or I mean.
OKC is really bad.
Even what's going on in New Jersey right now. Everybody knows it's not UFOs. Everybody knows it's not fucking an Iranian mothership out in the ocean sending drones. It's obviously the government fucking making sure that nothing crazy is going down over there. I don't know what's happening over there, but if our government is okay with them just flying around, it's probably from them, if I had to guess.
That'd be a good guess. It seems more likely that it's just anytime I see anything involving aliens, whenever the actual alien invasion does come, I'm going to have not believed it and scrolling past it because I didn't believe it.
I mean, I think people are blowing out of proportion how many people were saying it was aliens. Because if you were saying it was aliens, you're pretty retarded, because I mean they're all like military grade drones. Like,
I see a ton of people saying that it's aliens.
People are taking pictures of fucking airplanes out there saying it's a drone now. So like, it's just kind of weird what's going on out there. But I mean, they're there were fucking huge drones going on out there. That was real. I don't know what was happening there. I don't know what's going on over there on the fucking East Coast, but whatever it is, I don't like it, and I'm happy I don't live there.
What I do know is that Epstein, his island, I just now saw I thought, whenever I saw that mansion, I was like, that's actually a really small mansion for such a big island. Like, I guess it'd be kind of hard to get resources out there, is what I was thinking. Like, I didn't know why he built so small. And then I realized that he has 8 floors under that fucking mansion. I saw, like, blueprints of the mansion, and there is literally 8 floors. You can elevator down, and there's probably a fucking kill box. Like, who knows?
There's tunnels in the island.
I saw an entrance from the tunnels that, like, goes out to the side of one of the cliffs, and you can see, like, where an entrance is on how to get to the ground floor of some of those places.
I mean, if you've ever looked at the drone footage of the place, you don't have to even look at the schematics. You don't have to look at the blueprints of the place. You just know by looking at the place it's fucking weird. It looks like a Hollywood set. Like, the buildings are fucking paper-thin walls.
Yeah.
Everything looks like it was thrown together in 6 months. I mean, that's not much better than the fucking houses getting put up around here. But still, it just looks wrong. I don't know who is showing up there and having parties with Jeff and thinking, yeah, this is totally cool. This place looks awesome. Because it looks like a madhouse.
Bill Clinton thought it was really cool.
Bill Clinton thought it was, how many times? Like 32 times cool?
I don't know. Over 20, I think.
It doesn't matter.
I can't ever prove that that black box is real, or the black book, whatever the fuck, that just kept track of all those celebrities, because I just saw so many celebrities on it that if it is true, then good God. Like, how many people are compromised in Hollywood and politics?
I mean, the names circled on the black book are the problem, and I totally believe in the black book. I mean, the guy, you know who that's from?
Who?
Oh my fucking God. I literally just asked you. Never mind. I'll come up with his name in a second. Hold up, people.
It's Nick Bryan, everybody. We figured it out.
You took it from me, whatever. I was going to say it. That's bullshit.
It's Nick Bryan, absolute Chad, trying to spread the truth. A truth seeker, some would call him.
EpsteinJustice.com.
It's obvious that nothing's ever going to come from that. The only thing that's going to come is people talking about it, people not letting people forget. I know that was a meme for a while, like, just don't ever forget about Epstein Island, but it is true that none of us need to forget about it, and we need to make sure that everyone knows and is aware of what's going on behind closed doors in politics and in Hollywood.
Poor Luigi's getting put in the memory hold as we speak. Old boy's getting everything that's been done in his life put out on the internet, then scrubbed. All over again. It's fucked watching them do this shit. Yep, we got him now. You don't need to pay attention to this at all. I know there was a nationwide manhunt for him, but don't sweat it.
It just lined up too quick from whenever they found him at the McDonald's and just like all the shit that they found on him and the surrounding evidence. It just all just seems very weird to me how it just... And then if you look at the pictures of like his face under the mask and you look at his unibrow compared to just a complete lack of unibrow and the actual shooter's getup, I know a lot of people are saying that it's the same guy and like that justice has been served, blah, 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 but I really do not see it that way. It seems like a lot more is going on than what the news is saying.
I mean, unless he got his unibrow off in the span of 2 days, I mean, he could have, but...
Like, he grew a unibrow in the span of 2 days. He went from no unibrow at all to having a very bad unibrow.
Other way around.
In the arrest photos, like the first pictures that they showed after he was booked in jail, he has a big-ass unibrow. And then if you look at the actual shooter with the mask on, no unibrow at all.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff on that. I can't say anything to it. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I kind of think it was a mandated killing. Somebody wanted this man dead. It just seems like a lot of high-level people were involved in this.
I heard this is just sounds like made up to me.
This is screenshots.
But someone said that he, at the last investor conference, like where they get So United Healthcare is like top 10 biggest companies in the world.
Right.
At the last investor conference where they got a bunch of hedge funds all like listening to him, the CEO of the company, on what he's going to do. He was planning on, I didn't verify any of this, but he was planning on accepting more people's shit because he realized like we're denying more people than anybody in the country. He starts saying that we're going to make an initiative to not focus on profits as much and start helping more people, and then he gets iced in the back of the head by a guy who has a 5-inch silencer on a 9mm. Just right at like a month or two after that happens. It just seems very weird. But I also have no confirmation of what happened at that investor conference.
I mean, what made me think from the day one that it was never just a normal guy is, I mean, how the fuck did he know where he was going to be? It's not like some normal dude. Where was it? It was in, where was it at?
New York.
New
I don't
York,
know
okay.
where specifically in New York, but
I was just making sure it was in New York.
I think he was staying at a Hilton, and then
Right.
he goes to Starbucks, which is like very far away from that. Whenever he could be staking out the place, he just like goes to a Starbucks and shows his face on camera whenever he should be staking out the place. That's kind of funny.
And that's the weird thing I thought at the very start is you just don't find somebody in New York like that. You gotta know their routine, know what they're doing, and I don't think this 20-year-old was stalking this guy for multiple weeks, figuring out his routine, to then gun him down in broad daylight. It looks like an amateur job because you can tell the silencer's not for the gun that he has on there. He has to pull back the slide every shot, but the fucking British intelligence invented the well rod. You know what that thing is? That little fucking bolt-action pistol?
Yeah.
With a suppressor on it? I mean, they made that for covert ops in World War I. So, wouldn't they still do that nowadays? Just gun some guy down and then you're going to have a patsy for it.
If you look at the timing of whenever he went to that Starbucks, it makes no sense. Whenever he has to... So there's not just one exit and entrance to this Hilton either. He could be going out on either side of the building. So he has to be able to stake out both sides of this Hilton on 2 different streets. And then while he's staking this place out, he chooses to go to a Starbucks and show his mask, show his face, pull down his mask and show someone. Whenever he's stealthy enough to figure out where the CEO is staying that night, staking him out to get the kill shot whenever hardly anybody's around, and then being able to get away from it. This guy is smart enough to do all that, but then he's dumb enough to pull his mask down. It doesn't make any sense. Those two things do not line up together in the same individual.
And it doesn't line up that he's found at a McDonald's.
Yeah, true.
If you're the most wanted man in the country, your face is everywhere. It's on every news channel, on every television in the country. You're telling me you're going to go... Not even through the drive-thru at McDonald's. You're going to go inside and then sit down and have a nice meal at Mickey D's. Just kind of seems weird. He was able to slip through the crowd. I don't know. The guy that actually pulled it off seemed like he knew what he was doing. He came there for a reason. He got that CEO. He got out.
I haven't even looked into it that much. This is just like surface level shit. If I actually looked into it more, I would like... It's not lining up that those two are the same person if you look into it, just at all.
None of it lines up, and then you have all these drones in New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey's pretty close to New York. I don't know. But that's just stringing things together. That's just me goofing around. Don't put that on my name. It's not what I'm saying is the truth. But it's kind of weird what was going on here.
They definitely do that to try to get something out of a news cycle, just start some bullshit up. And just, all right, we got the next story. Let's promote it on all the media companies that we own.
And if somebody really did take this dude out, there was a reason why they put it on everybody's TV screens. And then they realized, oh, wait, people are happy that this dude got killed. Okay, well, we found the guy. Never mind, don't worry about it. And now we have drones over there in New Jersey searching for him. Fucking high-tech stealth drones.
And no news company would report that. This is so controversial just to report, like, hey, there are some people kind of chilling about about not wanting to find this guy. Nobody would talk about that at all.
Every comment section, it doesn't matter, a reel, a YouTube video, I don't care where you go, Instagram, Reddit. everybody is saying, well, I mean, this guy's company did refuse 33%.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe even over a third.
Whenever the average is 16. I said it last time we recorded. It doesn't matter, the number. Okay, people, if you're over the 16% average, it's a bit ridiculous.
We got to bullshit about Luigi for as long as we can because we can't talk about what we really want to talk about. That's going to be on the Patreon only.
Yeah, sadly, we're getting into some details we can't absolutely discuss here, so it's gonna have to be a short one before your Christmas. I don't know.
This will probably be out after Christmas. I hope you guys had a good Christmas.
Okay.
Happy New Year, maybe. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but you guys might be having New Year soon. I hope you guys party hard.
That was kind of why I was saying that skeptically, because I wasn't absolutely sure whenever this is coming out. Who knows?
Life's beautiful.
That burp was great. Gosh dang it, I wish you didn't bring that up because now I want to get into it.
We're pretty much done here. I think we can call it an episode.
It's pretty much done here. Okay, well, short week, people. Have a good one. If you listen to the page, we're gonna get up to some crazy shit, so don't worry about it.
We're talking about the tiny hat, man.
Chill.